they have ordered not only the funding, that the projects that are ongoing to stop, they also went ahead to make sure that all the equipments that have been installed in the laboratory in South Sudan will be removed. Look at that statement. Not only the fund projects that have been funded, even the laboratory equipments that they install in South Sudan laboratory will be taken. And they already start taking them, removing them. When Trump was saying that America will not be taken for granted, people thought it was a joke. When Trump said, please, we want peace, Trump is not other presidents that you come and do this and they keep quiet. Trump is Trump. Are you aware also Trump has ordered from the money that is going to be printed next month? If you happen to see, you are going to see the signature of President Trump in that money. Did you see that? When the Kenyans say that Honorable Raila Odinga was a kingpin of the Luo people, people thought it was a joke. Now, is President Trump the kingpin of America? And I'm like, I'm just asking a question. So, in reality, the removal or the arrival of Dr. Honorable Nathaniel Oyet in America is not just any arrival. When Honorable Nathaniel went, he was representing the government of South Sudan. He was called as a government of South Sudan. He was not just called as Honorable Nathaniel, somebody that have, like he's an SPLA or acting something. No. He was called representing the government of South Sudan. And when I came to last week and I told you that the government of South Sudan has collapsed, that we don't have a government, people thought I was joking. When I was telling you people that this government is finished, when Ambassador Stephen Gordon Boy came out and said, that next to you will start seeing the results of this old man that you have put. These are the results that are coming out. Ordering whatever that is already installed, is being removed. That's how. Because President Kiir have teach people that what he gives you, you can take back. So also, the American government is also using the same style that President Kiir is using to remove the equipment that they donated to the laboratory of South Sudan. And imagine if China come out and also take their things. If they come and take even the building, the branch of the building that they build in the Juba Teaching Hospital, and everybody will come and take everything, South Sudan is going to remain empty because the government of South Sudan have never invested in anything except only buying weapons to kill its citizens. Nothing else. And I remember I saw a video whereby Honorable Sarah Nanyana Young said that this war is not, you cannot even find the root cause, the reason why this war actually is happening. He said that some people even see pleasure in killing people. President Kiir is seeing pleasure in destroying Nuer tribe. So imagine, this is just a one step. Because the government of South Sudan think they are so big, they have been asking, who is the international community? The international community, one of them is the one that is doing what? That is the Troika. America pull out all the funded project in South Sudan. And also, there's a question mark. The election that everybody is talking about, will America support this election that everybody is talking about? Or America will not support. So this is the situation we are in South Sudan. Everybody think that South Sudan is a government. South Sudan is a sovereignty country. South Sudan is nothing without the international community. South Sudan is nothing without the partners. South Sudan cannot stand alone. It's just like, for example, your body without your hands cannot be complete. Your body without your legs cannot be complete. Without your head, it cannot be called a body. That is how South Sudan is. South Sudan is still a baby. Still very young. Very, very young. This very young. and they need everybody to come in and build this country called South Sudan. But the government of South Sudan always, the ministers, even Honorable Makwe used to come and say, who are international community? Yes, now these are international community, pulling out their laboratory, their equipment from the laboratory of South Sudan. And maybe they will even pick the laboratory and destroy it. You remember when when the Nini of USAID started, they pull out, the USAID funded was pull out. That was one step. Second step is now removing all the funded project of America in South Sudan. Another thing now, they even went to pick the equipments. So these are what is happening in the country. So when you are asking who are international community, that is a member of Tricas country, America, that have just called to pull out their resources or their items. So those are, to those who are asking why is this happening, yes, these are the reason why Honorable Nathaniel Oyet is in America. And you will see more worse. Not only this one. Building will be... So this is the South Sudan we are dealing with. South Sudan without the partners cannot be South Sudan. Everything they deal in donation. They want everything to be donated to them. And they have resources. So from today, we want to see the resources of South Sudan being put to use. Because the international community, the Tricas country, these are the people who have been funding everything. Putting money in form of humanitarian to support the people, bringing everything. China is donating food, is donating tents, and the government is coming to sell these things. You find the tents that are being donated by China, by Japan, by everywhere, in the market being sold. The rice that is being donated in the market being sold. And these are things that are being donated for free to the citizen of South Sudan. But the government turn them, they go sell them. Because even the government institution, there's no money, there's no electricity. So they have to send this to make sure that these things continue. So now we want to see South Sudan government making use of the resources of South Sudan to buy equipment and install in the laboratory. Because now, without the equipment in the laboratory, how are you going to know that you have malaria? How are you going to know that you have typhoid? How are you going to know that you have TB? Because without those laboratory equipments, there will be no hospital. So they have this, it's like a woman, like for example, a woman that her womb is removed. She cannot become pregnant. No, unless that womb is installed again. That is the same thing that have just been done to the government of South Sudan. Without the laboratory that all the tests will be checked in, that you have malaria, that you have typhoid, have been removed. So that means the government of South Sudan is now empty. The hospitals are empty. Without the funded projects in South Sudan will be hanging like this. Let's say, for example, Norway come and pull out and remove whatever. Sweden already pull out. You remember? Sweden pull out their embassy in 2024 from South Sudan. And there were also some embassies that also pull out for some few months, sometimes back. So the government think without these people you can be nobody. Yes, you need this international community. You need the Tricas country. You need who will fund this election that you are talking about? Because America will not fund if you don't start implementing peace in South Sudan. America will not fund. Norway will not fund. UK will not fund. These people will not fund because they have seen the government of South Sudan think they joke too much, or think they know too much, or think they are so strong without them. No, you are still a baby. You are still walking. You are being taught on how to walk. You don't even have your own well-installed system of education in South Sudan. You are still teaching children about tribalism. You are still teaching children about this tribe is not good, this tribe is not good. See the product that is being produced as the graduates. They cannot even introduce themselves. They cannot even express the course they took. So what is this? Where are we heading? So to me, that side is to come and confirm to you, one, yes, those who are asking, why is America, yes, this is the arrival of Honorable Nathaniel Oyet in America. And the reason why the government of South Sudan came out and condemned the arrival of Honorable Nathaniel Oyet in America, they know it's the shaking, and this is the start of finally the collapsing and the closing up of the government of Salva Kiir Mayardit. So from now, let's continue and watch who will be the next to pull out. Because if you don't listen, if you think the partners are not important, then the partners will show you that they are important. Let's go to the next one. There's been a lot of reaction on social media. There have been a lot of talks, every up and down. Let me come and also open another chapter to remind you that we have been relaxing for a very long time. The South Sudanese women have been so reluctant for a very long time, thinking that because I have a husband and I have children, that I have achieved. I am here to remind you that not every woman think like you, my sister. And also not every woman, my brother, think like your wife or think like you. There's something that is called purpose in life, and there is something that is called duty in life. So all the women that don't know their purpose already got married, they have their children, and they sit down and they're watching television in Nairobi, and they're having house girls everywhere. Those are women that don't know their purpose. The women that know their purpose, they have their children, they have their husbands, and they're still in school. They want to achieve their purpose because there is a duty. Having a husband as a woman, having children is a duty from birth. We were told, go and reproduce. So that is not a purpose. That is a duty. But you becoming a doctor, you becoming a pilot, you becoming a member of parliament, you becoming all those careers, the dreams, you want to become a musician, you want to become an actress, you want to, so all these things are called purpose, living in your purpose. So a lot of South Sudanese women, not only South Sudanese, a lot of women across Africa have been, because you have children and you have a husband, you sit down and you are relaxing thinking, oh, I've achieved. No, something is still waiting for you. So in this world, there's two things that need to happen. As a woman, you need to have a husband, have children, and pursue your career or pursue your purpose, walk in your purpose. Whatever you are destined for will not just to become a wife and children. There is a career that you are sleeping with that South Sudan is waiting to build. So the career you are sitting in Nairobi in is a career that is waiting to build South Sudan. So I'm here to remind the people that are too much talking on social media. No. If I today decided that I will learn this, that first I will achieve my purpose or my dreams, and then later on I'll get married, then everybody have how they plan their life. Same to you. There's some young men that say, I will not get married until I achieve my bachelor degree. There are those who are saying, until I achieve my PhD, I will not get married, because they know once you get married, a lot of things will not happen. So I'm here to remind some people that because you think that just sitting down somewhere, you think because you have a Facebook page and you have 20,000 followers, that you have achieved. No, there are people that already have millions. There are those who already have millions, and what will happen to them is they are still focusing on how to achieve 2 million followers. When you have only 5,000 followers, and you come here and make noise trying to bring ladies or young men that are trying to pursue their purpose and trying to achieve their dreams, and you want to, no, it doesn't work like that. So I'm here to remind some people that idlers that only see that so-and-so is not having this, so-and-so is not having this. Every human being that is stable in the head know that they have to achieve their dream, and this is something that have to come to pass. So from today, you need to know that not everybody is an idler like you. Not everybody that is just thinking that, to me, marriage is not an achievement. To me, having kids is not an achievement, it's a duty. I know, and I know that I must have a husband and I must have children, because that is a duty that I was given from birth by God, that go and reproduce. And again, not every woman sweep the garbage on the street in the name of husband. No, just like not every man sweep the street look in name of a wife. Every man that know their purpose, know the kind of women they want to bring into their life to help them build their purpose. Same to women. Not every woman pick a Tom and Dick and Jerry on the street. No. Women that know their purpose pick the men that already know their purpose and know they will build their purpose with them. So when I'm here, I'm not just looking for a husband. No, I am looking for a man that is going to be the president of South Sudan in future, and I'm going to be a first lady of South Sudan. Or a man that will make me the president of South Sudan, and he will be the first man of South Sudan. So if you don't know what you want, it's not every woman that don't know what they want. So to those on social media, those who are texting me on Messenger saying, oh, hi, please, I know this. I am here to tell you, you evaluate yourself first. Do you know how to wash your tie? Do you know how to dress well? So if you know how to dress well, if you're living in your purpose, if you know what you want, then from there, then you can now start looking for women that know their purpose. So if you don't know your purpose, you see them, all the people that don't know their purpose, they are in school and they run to marry in the village. These are the people that don't know their purpose. Those who run to marry in the village, they are people that don't know their purpose. Because a married man understands that even the children they are going to give birth to need what? Need good care. They need good hygiene in the house. The house need to be clean well. This woman should know that the medicine they are giving to their children need this. They can read. They have to read the kind of medicine they are giving to their children, the kind of food they are cooking to their children, what is needed, the nutrients, everything. So when you want to open your mouth, talk big and talk, I'm here to remind you that even marriage, even bringing children up need education. Bringing children up circuit need education. We cannot blame our parents. They did not have that chance. But we are lucky enough, us now, that we can acquire that life. You can study and bring up your children well. Children that you give them whatever is needed. A child needs to eat a fish twice a week or thrice a week. A child needs to eat vegetables. A child needs to eat fruits. A child needs to eat product. So all these things need to be put, and you need to read what quantity of nutrients do your children need. So education is not just about, no, even real married men that understand and they walk in their purpose, they also know that they need educated women. Women that will not just give them children in the name of children, but children that will grow up, that their brains are going to work and they're going to bring good results in future, or they're going to have good careers. So having kids is not just for the sake of having children. If you have already a husband and children, then it's your time to go back to school. If you did not go back to school, go back to school, pursue your career. Live in your purpose, because a lot of women only see, because I have children, you sit down and you say, I have a husband, I have children. My sister, another part is still waiting for you. Another part is still waiting for you. You need to become the pilot you are meant to be, that you are created for. To be that doctor you are created for. To be that nurse you are created for. So a lot of things. South Sudan will not be built by men alone. South Sudan will be built by men sitting in the table, and on this other side, women are sitting in the table. And we will all sit and build our beautiful nation. So when you think you have arrived, then maybe you have achieved having a husband and children, but this other side, the purpose is still waiting for you. So that is it. And I'm here to finalize by this statement. There's a lot of wars that are going on in South Sudan. One of the wars is what big thing we are seeing. Another one, we have these politicians that they came out so many years ago. They rebelled against the government of South Sudan. And now they thought being like a rebel outside or fighting the regime was going to be easy. When they realized it was not going to be easy, now their stomach are hungry, they need food, then they ran back to Salva Kiir government that they rebelled several years ago. And what do? They're trying to frame, they're trying to destroy the people that are really continuing in the bush, that they left in the bush, that are still fighting the regime. Let me remind you something. These people, they came out and they recorded videos in 2014, in 2015, saying that the Salva Kiir government have failed, it cannot bring anything, and now they went back to the same government. Some of them are given position, some of them are still fighting, looking for position. And what do? When we come and post or share the memories, because social media doesn't forget, anything you say in Facebook, it remains there. So when we come and share the old videos, then you come and start abusing us, you want to eat us alive. No, the war you are fighting is not us. It's you people fighting the original you of 2015 and 2013, fighting the new you in 2025, 2026, 2027. So please don't blame us. Anything on social media that you put there in internet, is going to come back every single day. So please don't attack us, don't abuse us, don't want to eat us alive when we share your videos of many years ago, or the pictures of many years ago, or your article or statement many years ago, because that you are in the government now. No, that thing can never be forgotten. So the people who are fighting is not us. You are fighting like somebody like Sergeant Agel Machar. It's Sergeant Agel Machar of today fighting the statement of Agel Machar in 2015. Same to Ambassador Stephen Parkle. He's also fighting the statement he said in 2015 and the new him of today. Same to everybody that have done all these things. Same to Ezekiel Lul. He's trying to fight this. He's trying to cover up everything. But also he was part of the team many years ago. And they said in the Bible, not all people that are called that will be saved and will reach to heaven. They say the road is narrow. Many are called, but few will be the one to arrive there. Same to this. Many join the process or the journey of regime change, and not everybody in this same team will do what? Will finalize to bring this change. Many died on the road. Many went back to the government, but the few are still remaining in the bush trying to fight, making sure that this South Sudan that we said must be the South Sudan we voted for in 2011. I remember when I voted for South Sudan in 2011, I was not even yet 18 years. I was not even yet when I voted for this. And I voted 3 times. And that's why you see me very bitter, because the South Sudan I dreamed for in 2011, I've not yet arrived there. So I want to arrive in this South Sudan of 2011. So please don't attack those who are sharing your videos on Facebook. And I am not looking for a husband. No. Those who made themselves advertising that looking for a husband for a Ruth, I am not looking for a husband. No. And also, I'm not just looking for any man. If the time comes and that person is already reserved somewhere, to those who still think they are hopeful and they are texting me on Messenger, please, the road is closed. The road is closed. There's already someone who is going to be the future president of South Sudan, or who is going to make me the future president of South Sudan. South Sudan, long live, and don't forget that America have pulled out, that the results of the arrival of Honorable Nathaniel Oyet in America is already being seen by America pulling out, and soon is arriving here in Europe. And also another bombshell is going to come out. What are Viva South Sudan, Viva South Sudanese, Viva the country that we all fought for, and one day we are going to have our country. Yes, one day we are going to have that dream. That country we saw that all South Sudanese citizens will be dancing and we will not know who is this tribe and who is that tribe. We are all South Sudanese, and as soon we are going to arrive in that country that we are going to call ourselves the 64th tribe of South Sudan. And to Ezekiel Lol, please, President Salva Kiir Mayardit can never be a tribe of South Sudanese. He is also a South Sudanese, and he comes from the Dinka tribe. So please, we can never accept you lying to us because you want to sugarcoat everything, you want to cover up everything. No. South Sudan have 64 tribes, and President Salva Kiir can never be a tribe to anybody. I've never heard that in the history of the world that a president become a tribe. But only in your mouth that a president is becoming. Maybe he is your tribe, maybe he is your father, or maybe he's even whatever he is to you. But please, Salva Kiir is not a tribe in South Sudan. He is a president of South Sudan. That is what everybody in the world knows him for, not as a tribe. Don't try to mislead South Sudanese because you have power and you have a voice. Don't mislead South Sudanese, and we will always correct when fake mistakes are put there to destroy or to mislead South Sudanese citizens. Long live South Sudan. Viva should fly always.